and elected to receive, and so we are underway in the end zone by Denzel Knight, and he is dropped at the 14-yard line. We had an interception last week in Western Michigan. Here comes the rush. Massey gets it away, and it is intercepted. Syracuse with the takeaway, and indeed, it is number 19, Andre Cisco.
Cut the receiver, and now with first down on the 25-yard line, Doug, that highlights, that emphasizes what I said in the beginning, why I would have deferred and kicked the ball off to avoid this very circumstance.
On second down, Dante Strickland. Nowhere to run. He loses yardage.
Now we see an empty formation.
Dungy, quick release, caught near the markers. Custis leaning towards that first down that he had to get to the 15.
He's going to do just that.
Quarterback keeper, and they got it.
Well, with a quarterback like Dungy, as big and strong as he is, this is a good time to go vertically and use their height advantage.
A lot of movement along the line of scrimmage. Free play for Syracuse to the end zone. Custis, it's deflected. Sean Riley with the touchdown catch. Syracuse on the board first. It's 7-0 off the tip drill touchdown for the Orange. Crew, which is pretty much all new this year, graded out as well as any unit after week 1. On the rush, another interception. Kendall Coleman takes out the quarterback, and his teammates able to pick off yet another pass.
The protection should have picked it up, but the right tackle slid, the left tackle slid to his right, which means the rusher off the edge was unblocked. Second bad decision by the quarterback on third down. When a guy's in your face like that, just throw the incompletion out of bounds.
To welcome Andre Cisco to the all-time interception list. Here's Sean Riley on the swing pass. Spins away from a tackler. Finally brought down after Jesse Flaherty missed his first attempt. It's a Syracuse first down.
If there's an opportunity outside, shoot it out to the wide receivers.
Dungy gives to Strickland. Finds the hole and gets down to the 1. A touchdown-saving tackle made by the inside linebacker, Justin Asuji. Quarterback keep. Does he have the goal line? Big push by that secondary, but on second effort, walking into the end zone is Dante Strickland.
Anytime a defense sees Dungy under center.
Here comes Strickland right into your living room. Number 4 with a touchdown for the Orange. Showing pressure, Syracuse drops back. Massey fires, caught. Wilson, and he breaks the tackle and is off to the races, to the 40, inside the 30, and finally pushed out of bounds by Evan Foster.
Gets set, he's under control, he's got his feet underneath him in balance, and he rifled the shot there on the in cut coming from the right into the middle of the field.
And a big play has the Seahawks knocking on the door. Massey rolls. Floats it up, caught at the 10, diving for the pylon. Touchdown, Chris Woodard.
Problems last week in the back end. They gave up too many long plays. They just gave up a long pass in which the coverage was beat, and they just gave up a touchdown with a variety of different cadences.
2nd and 4, Dungy flushed. Still has time, and now he's going to run. He's got the first down. Inside the 45 to about the 44-yard line. Justin Asuji, the grad transfer.
Don't let Dungy outside the pocket if you want to stop this quarterback.
Give it to Neal. Jumps through the line. Cuts it back. Long run on first down for another Syracuse first down. His father's name is Shelley, but they both go by Mo Neal. One more time. Play action this time to Neal. To the end zone. It's caught. And it is intercepted by Myron Morris. The fight for the football continues, but Devin Butler is not going to win that fight.
His man can get it. So between the 2-play touchdown drive they just gave up and that interception, those are not the kind of plays that Dino Babers wants to see here in the second tune-up of the season, getting ready for 2 big conference games out of the next 3.
Coach Haas said he needs his senior quarterback Luke Massey to be a leader number 1 and manage the game. He loses the football. covered by the Seahawks. But once again, that Syracuse pass rush getting to the QB, Kingsley Jonathan.
Almost a disastrous third turnover deep in Wagner territory.
Pushing and holding number 10. Caught. Pass caught. Goal line. And we have seen repeatedly, Coach, where on third down defensively, Syracuse able to get to the quarterback. This time a handoff. And nowhere to run.
Push the ball back inside where it could be tackled.
On third down, little sidearm pass. Custis gets around the first would-be tackler and has a big gain for a first down.
Got what they want.
Custis has 3 receptions, make it 4 to lead the Orange. And again, size-wise, he is so much taller than those defending him, especially here today. Myron Morris giving up 4 inches and 40 pounds. Hill had 11 sacks last year. Dungy keeps on third down, cuts it to the outside, finds the edge, and another first down. Byard with the tackle, the junior from Lithonia, Georgia, whose older brother plays in the NFL. Play action. Second down, Dungy being chased again, and this time he's brought down from behind by Tavon Grant.
A corner route that Wagner scored on from the same place on the field earlier in the game. Wagner obviously has practiced against that play from their own offense.
Just by himself to the short side right. Dungy rolling, running to the 5. Stood up at the 3, and he won't get there. That'll bring up 4th down and goal. Worship. Lofted up. Pierce with a touchdown.
The handoff over the left side, the tight end who was lined up in the backfield came through as if to block the linebacker there.
Big number 98 in the middle of that defensive front for the Orange. Good push again by the line. On the rollout, it's a Wagner first down completed to Willie Dale, a redshirt junior from right there in Staten Island. Just before the rush got there, barely, Linta got rid of it, but it falls incomplete.
On the slot receiver, he plays high at safety in the regular defense, and we can see he's got some real juice as a punt returner, and he got some really good news yesterday when the NCAA granted him a 6th year of eligibility to make up for 2 seasons lost to injury.
Last healthy season was quite a while ago. He's missed the last 2 with season-ending injuries as Sean Riley is leveled by Myron Morris. Flag thrown. I do find it fascinating as coaches evolve with their thought process and strategies. Here comes Devin Butler trying to find the edge. Still going. Nice run by the junior receiver before David Thomas finally brought him down. Briles is where he came up with this faster-paced spread offense, which he has ultimately brought here to Syracuse. Dungy up top, down the seam. Incomplete. Trying to find Pierce. Andre Schmidt, the hold Nolan Cooney. And it is good. And the quarterback, Linta, is an Ivy League graduate transfer. He knows it's coming, and he goes
down. Preliminary to coming into this dome next week. A lot of variety in their pressures.
Freshman from Brampton, Ontario, with the sack, and there's a block of the punt. Ball's in the air, grabbed and walked in for a Syracuse touchdown. With the block punt, Trill Williams, the true freshman out of Archbishop Stepinac, catches it out of midair, steps over the line, and he's got a touchdown for the Orange. Pass a little ahead of the receiver each of the last 3 years, and that is the main goal. Each of the years that were promising during his career have gone off the rails after he's gotten hurt. Trying to keep the play alive. He gets pushed out of bounds, and that'll bring up 4th down. Pass is caught, but well shy of the first down is De'Aaron Wilson, the senior from Greenville, Texas. Better depth this year on that offensive line to be able to absorb losing a player here and there. Dumping it off. Strickland back across the original line of scrimmage.
They did a real nice job with it.
Off the pump fake. Plenty of time to make the pitch and catch. It's a Syracuse first down to the 30-yard line.
Or empty formation. Going to be a deep zone by Wagner.
Going for the end zone. He's got a man. It's caught. Nykeem Johnson. Touchdown Orange.
Pitch and catch, albeit long pitch and catch. Just pitch and catch for Johnson and Dungy. Dungy showed.
Second down and 6.
Quick pass, Riley. Able to pick up the first down for the Orange. Both passing and running with the football. Strickland.
Well, what is exciting, or the potentially exciting,
Strickland on the carry for Syracuse.
is the exciting freshman who scored early in the game. Reached in and pulled the runner down.
On 2nd and 2, Strickland again. Nobody touches him, and he's going to walk right into the end zone.
Once again, he followed Elmore. He just slithered through the smallest of openings. Once into the secondary, bang, he was in the end zone.
You're out of Dayton, New Jersey.
And that's a new element, not necessarily this year, but in the evolution.
Linton. Nice looking pass to the back shoulder for a first down by Wagner's Joshua DeCombre, sophomore out of Curtis High School in Staten Island. And getting an opportunity here against an ACC team. Trying to show he's worthy. Another back shoulder throw completed to DeCombre, and Wagner's putting together a good drive.
Even though he got the ball out of his hands about as quickly as a human being can do.
A linebacker in the middle who you can trust both physically and mentally.
Well, the mentally part is the big thing because he's the signal caller.
Ryan Fultz carries for the Seahawks.
Running, kicking, both place kicking and kicking off for Wagner. And, well, Massey couldn't handle the snap. Good to cover it at the 40-yard line, and that's where Syracuse will take over. He is a 280-pound battering ram of a fullback, now in pass protection. Butler dives to try and make the catch, and they say he hauled it in out to the 47-yard line, 13-yard pickup.
Out of there, Doug, like a first baseman on a low throw.
Neal lowered his head, crossed the 45, gain of 3 on first down. Mississippi State offered him as a high school freshman. Here goes Neal again. Not touched until the defensive secondary upended after a big gain.
And be able to make a move on that safety and turn it into a home run.
Here he goes, kicking it outside. It's a foot race. Neal down to the 11-yard line. Again, it's Owens with the tackle.
Started left, broke back behind, pulling guards to that side. There was no force from the Wagner defense at all. He took advantage. Very little contact. You'd like to be able to see him sustain those runs and make them big plays.
Flag down to the end zone. It's caught. Syracuse touchdown. It's Custis again.
Ball was ever snapped. They both knew that Eric was going to throw the back shoulder fade. He put it out there where only Custis could get it. Now that's a real professional looking throw. Probably not looking forward to getting smacked down like he did on that last play, either, with no blocking in front of him.
Pass is caught by DeCombre. Very near a first down.
Isco becomes the safety. Cordry becomes the slot linebacker, and they've got more coverage on the field.
Pass is dropped right in the hands of De'Aaron Wilson, but the UCF transfer could not hang on. Makes the first man miss, makes the second man miss. Got a little bit of room to the 30. Across the 40, slowed down by his own man. Still, it's a brilliant return for Riley.
Shook off the first cover man, bounced over to his right. He looked like a pinball in the silver ball in the machine there, bouncing around. And he showed some real burst getting to the sideline.
That was Jarvion Howard, a freshman from Columbia, Mississippi, with his first run. That one very nearly gets the first down. Indeed it is. Move the chains for Syracuse. Left, along with Taj Harris. DeVito unleashes off the hands of the intended receiver, Cameron Jordan.
Very familiar with those schools, and nice to see the players from there flourish.
Another high snap. DeVito does a nice job just to haul it in and hand it off.
Of the Jaguars and Doug Marrone, the head coach, both native New Yorkers who starred at Syracuse.
On the slant, that's a Wagner first down. Andrew Sellis, the Nevada grad transfer. Here today, and you know what, Coach? This is the first time in modern era Syracuse history that it has opened with consecutive 50-plus point games. Another beautiful throw from Lindman with room to run. Wagner is knocking on the door. Andrew Sellis with a big gainer.
Once again, with a lot of velocity on the ball and accuracy, zipped it right out there.
Well, we all remember Vinny Testaverde, the great quarterback of the Miami Hurricanes back in the day, played 20 years in the NFL. From the 9-yard line on third down, here comes the pressure. Lindman gets rid of it. Pass defended and knocked down. Puts his left foot into it. And it is good.
Until we start playing conference competition and we eliminate these FBS, FCS games, it's hard to tell who the top teams in the country really are.
On the reverse, that's Nykeem Johnson, the sophomore from Washington, D.C.
Showed he brings some speed to this team, too. Playing out of the slot position.
With the play clock down to 5, DeVito takes the snap. Has a pocket this time to throw from. His receiver, though, fell at about the 10-yard line, and so Nykeem Johnson had no chance to catch up with that pass. Well, Schmidt had a 43-yarder last week. This from 50 yards away. It is good. Another nice looking pass on the slant to find DeCombre, young man who was recruited as a basketball player to Wagner, now in the NFL. Pass had a little mustard on it. DeCombre could not haul it in. Third down and 10. This time, that ball sticks to the hands of Josh DeCombre, and it's a Wagner first down. Syracuse led 14-0 in the blink of an eye. Wagner did get on the board then, but after that, it's been pretty much all Syracuse. Jeffrey Bost with his first reception of the day.
Zone coverage, slant run by the slot receiver, had a lot of space, a big window.
Another completed pass, that same hookup. Number 17 to number 81, Lindman to DeCombre. Giordano, the motion man, tight end. Pass it right side, terrific coverage to make sure that play did not go anywhere.
For the Seahawks.
Cordani tackled inside the 5. And he might have gotten just enough for the first down. Inside the 5-yard line to try and punch it in. Pass deflected, and it is intercepted. Tyrell Richards with the diving pick, and Syracuse with another takeaway.
Once again show up to haunt the Seahawks as Anderson Armstrong came through and batted the ball in the air.
Backup quarterback into the game, number 11, Clayton Welch. A redshirt junior from Chico, California, and that one nearly went the distance for Jarvion Howard.